Come with me on a very, very, very cold trip to Denver. My fiance and I are getting married there in the spring, and of course, we planned this trip before we realized it was going to be sub-zero the whole time. So we grabbed a celebratory little drink in the airport because it was a wedding trip after all. We were on the late flight out of Austin into Denver, and it was pretty smooth. So after we got off, we wrapped ourselves in the wool coats we panic bought on Wednesday. Greatest purchase ever, and headed on out into the cold. I think it was like -6 here as we were walking to the train, which is just insane to me. I have a hard time fathoming this level of cold. But anyway, thank God for the Denver airport train, which is my favorite part, one of my favorite parts of flying into Denver, because imagine landing on your flight and just walking to a warm airport train that's functioning, and it's there and it takes you directly into downtown. Like, Austin could never, and I hate it. Anyway, so we took that into downtown, had to get my obligatory tourist shot of Union Station before we hopped in a Lyft because we don't Uber in this family. And we went to the hotel. We were starving, so we walked to the closest restaurant, which was this Duffy's Cherry Cricket. It was like -7. We were freezing. We walked inside and thawed out and had a beer. I have been craving a dark beer, so this really hit the spot. And then we hung out with the little fish next to our table while we waited for our food. We were kind of hating when we read the menu, but this was honestly so good and it hit the spot. We scarfed this down before we walked back to our hotel, cranked the heater, and went to sleep. So come back for part 2.